Well, greetings, everyone. Kevin D. Robinson here, coming to you live once again from the Underground Funk Lab. As you know, where anything can happen, usually does, and probably will. I'm here today with the amazing Mr. Regi King, and he's going to share some information with you about basically what's been happening with him these days, you know, who he's been hanging out with, his circle of influence, his travels, his endeavors at the moment. And basically, he may even give you some tips on how he can help you better what it is that you are up to online. Mr. Regi King, say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. Welcome out there in Video Land. So glad to have your presence and have your time. I appreciate it very much.
That's Mr. Regi King. So let's start by me asking you, Regi, who you been hanging around these days? What's your center of influence look like?
Well, I'll be honest with you. My center of influence has grown quite a bit from my humble beginnings. You know, sometimes I'm going to take off a hat. Every time somebody calls me, normally they refer to me the man with the big hat and the bull's big walking stick. So I'm going to take this hat off. I think it gives a little shadow, and I can be a little bit more personable with you. The question you asked in regards to who I've been hanging out with, there have been many people that I have gravitated toward because of their various talents. People like, I call him Eminem lovingly, but Muhammad Mahdi. He has brought about changes that, one, myself, have not looked at before in regards to the overall internet process that we have undertook. Folks like Dana Dreyer. She has proven to be such a blessing with regards to her growth and the steps that she's taking with regards to this internet business. I watch folks like Tim Wayne, Teresa Farrell, Anna Linehan. In that nature, these are my, quote, I won't say mentors, but guidance. They guide my thoughts, my process with regards to my business and what I do. As a professional caregiver by trade, it's a very, quote, lonely business in its own ranking. But it's a profession that I have been involved with for the last 18 years.
Okay.
In that business's own self, maybe my resume looked kind of bad, but in order to leave a particular job site, my client must die. Plain and simple. Then I would attach myself to another family as that caregiver. So in that profession itself, it has been very rewarding for me. I have a family of 5 daughters that are all grown. I have raised, you know, like I said, a normal household. And to be in this business, it doesn't require you to be in a, quote, cave or just onto the screen. You can honestly find valuable relationships in regards to the internet and the business that it offers. I think it's Rich Man, Poor Man book I read.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Thank you. And he made a statement in there with regards to the internet, not the internet, but in regards to how the rich or the wealthy sustains and maintains their wealth. And it's a repeat process that they're not involved in. And that's what I have found in this business. You do not have to be actively involved 3, 4, 5 hours a day. You can honestly take care of your business. I say honestly within about a 2, maybe a 3-hour window. But you handle that and then still have a life with your family.
So it sounds like you're talking about a subject that is dear to my heart, And people can see some of these, T-shirts I've got hanging around me this evening in the Funk Lab, and that is residual income. And I've come to know a decent amount of residual income because of the association with the Empower Network that many people may have heard about that are on this live stream right now. And actually, you and I met at an event in Denver, Colorado, not long ago for the very
So true.
yeah. That's how we managed to hook up. And when we met at that event, you had actually recently come back from Thailand. Come on, Reggie, Thailand. Tell me about Thailand.
Oh my goodness, that was a very, very good experience. Um, for this, my humble beginnings in this business, I'll tell you about that at another window. But the opportunity was offered to create a reality show. The talented team that chose this, called Project AWOL, AWOL, were looking for the individuals that would submerge themselves into the lifestyle of the rich, being able to live in a mansion. You had the full staff available to you. I mean, from fixing your bed to cleaning the shower to making incredible meals. Never skipped one. I think I ate more in Thailand than I do here at home because the food was just available. And then the experience to be there and understand and learn what this residual income offers one really set my focus in a totally different direction than has ever been before. As I say, as a caregiver, yes, it's my own business. Yes, I'm self-employed. Yes, I'm independent. But the problem comes that I am trading my time for dollars, period. In what I've learned of this business, no more am I trading my time for the dollars. Technically, I set it and forget it. By that I mean, you set certain structures up, certain systems in place. Those systems operate your business. You come in on the back end and you do the carrying. You do the work necessary to propel your business. That gives you that freedom. That's what I saw. These guys ski board or snowboard rather as a hobby. Well, in Thailand, you don't have snow. So where do you go? They go to Canada, get involved in the tournaments.
Okay, I follow you. Yeah, that's it. Tournaments.
You know, they have a ball. But the thing is, for them to do that, how? They don't have to do an 8 to 5, 9 to 5 gig. They have set systems in place that allows them this freedom financially and as well as, anything else you want to put a tag to. But that's what gives them the freedom to move forward and enjoy their lives. And that's what it's all about, being able to enjoy your lives. So Thailand for me was a learning experience, and I involved myself into every aspect there. Being a brand new newbie now, I've got to tell you the story. Getting in the business was a first time for me. And I really didn't have a full handle of exactly what this business was all about. But I knew that being on the internet visually was going to present a strong presence for me. The opportunity came, and I grabbed that tiger by the tail. Ran along with it, and it has promoted me in several ways that I won't mention here, but it has promoted me in several ways that I would love to share with anyone who has a question to ask.
So basically, I'm hearing you say that it's not a pipe dream that someone can create a lifestyle of freedom by using this amazing platform, these tools that come with this platform called the internet, where they no longer have to be tied to a 40 if they plan things out and work a system properly, and they don't have to trade time for dollars, which is what most people get locked into, where they work 40 years and for 40 hours a week, and then they get to retire on 40% of what they couldn't live on all of in the first place. Am I hearing you tell me that it is possible for even somebody with gray hairs like me to start an online venture like you've been speaking of today, and in a very short period of time walk away from a 40?
I say that truly and realistically. There's no reason to sit here and pull your chain in regards to this business. It does require work, but the labor that you are giving into this business is totally different than what you've been accustomed to. It does require a different mindset, believe me. If you're used to that 40 hours a day for 40 years, to end up with that 40%, that's because that's what has been given to us educationally. And even that's where it lacks, because they have not given us the proper tools, educational, to be able to step out into this platform. You have to step out with the understanding, not only by faith, but you have to get the education as well. You have to get the tools that you need. You have to put those into practice. These things all together is a gear. Once you have them all combined, the machine runs. It works. It's not, it may be kind of overwhelming for some, yes. But yet and still, it does offer you the opportunity to get it. And all you have to do is step into a positive system that gives you the tools necessary to be able to create your wealth. I don't know how else I can tell you. The tools, you put them in place, and everything else functions. Well, education, I'm sorry, I forgot education. Tools, education, put them in place, boom.
Okay, that sounds extremely intriguing. Let me screen share with our audience for a moment, and I want to show them a video clip of when at the event that you and I were at when we both first met. This is in
you
Denver,
have
Colorado.
that?
Yeah. There we go. Denver, explain what's happening here with the audience, if you would, please, Reg.
These are the cast members that created the powerful video for Project AWOL. You see Glenn, I'm not sure what screen sharing, but Glenn would be to my left, more than like your right. This is Cameron that is there speaking to us, speaking to the audience with regards to what all took place in creating this. We went out on the ocean, for instance. We cruised in the Andaman Sea. I'll tell you something that I did. I swam in the sea. Trust me, I've never been no more than maybe knee deep maximum at anybody's beach. In California, the Pacific Ocean, it's too cold. I've never been on the East Coast.
Okay.
I don't mess with lakes, but I swam in the Andaman Sea. I jumped in that puppy, and the talk about me doing that, they said that I swam and I did so many different strokes. I'm talking about dog paddling. I'm talking about backswim. I did everything that I could do to stay up in the water. My heart throbbed. But you know what that did? I overcame that fear. Now, not to say I'm going to go jump in somebody else's ocean. Not to say that. But I overcame a childhood fear by doing that. Thailand was an overwhelming amount. As you see, I'm there in front with the big hat and a bull's dick walking stick. And Cameron is, introducing the whole group to empower. It was, in other words, they're lifting the sheets
Mm-hmm.
off of what has been done. Now, I'm in episode 4. We had 4 episodes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each one has 4 different, I'm sorry, we had 4 different days with 4 different episodes. I'm in number 4, which will be released shortly. Right now, I believe episode 3 is out with part 1. So you can find that on the internet. I'm sure there are a lot of areas that are marketing it or putting it out for you to be able to view as well.
Okay. So this brings up another question I wanted to ask you. I asked you, first of all, who were some of the people in your center of influence now, basically who you're hanging around. The second question I'd like to add to that, and I know you can elaborate on this, and you probably have already answered it based on the energy I hear and what you've been saying to the audience already, but is what this new circle center of influence doing to you okay? Because that's an important question that Jim Rohn says we should all ask. Number one is, who am I around? Number 2, what are they doing to me? And number 3, is that okay?
Yes, because who you hang with, your center of influence, very much does rub off on you. It's not a point of where you are wanting to do the same thing, but you want to have that same feeling. You want to feel that same joy. So yes, who you hang around is very, very beneficial in your growth in this business. Don't forget, you're sitting in front of the screen at your home, probably have family back in the living room. You're in this one room, quote, a cave, and you're constantly visually attracted to the screen. You're talking to technically walls. Your thought process, you've got to have the ability to be able to talk with someone that understands what you're doing, so that in that mental room, you now have the ability to say, oh, okay. You have also the folks that will give you the reinforcement of what you're doing is good, or correcting you, adjusting it just a bit, so that you can make sure that you stay on that course. So that's powerful. What was number 2?
Well, what are they doing to me was number 2, and number 3 was, is that okay?
Well, as I said, what they're doing to me is partly what I just said.
Yeah.
They are increasing my strength. They're making this room understand that it's okay. That little small voice that's back here that always tells you no, 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 or always corrects you. Well, pulling it to the front via these folks. Now you choose who you want to hang with.
Okay.
You want to hang with the slobs? Okay, that's all you. The slobs may be doing some powerful work. You want to hang with the guys that are sit back and they are, comfortably dressed or looking as a, quote, business person would. That's okay. The ladies of Empower, geez, I surround myself in them. That's my secret. Okay? The ladies of Empower is a force to be reckoned with. We're talking business. We're talking about self-growth. We're talking about financial well-being. As a gentleman in his 60s, I'm not the rocking chair guy. I'm not the knitter. I have the energy. I have the foresight of a 40-year-old. I have had experiences. Those experiences I'm bringing to the table, and I'm using them as well. So who you hang with, who you connect to, is very important in your growth. You must remember, you are in business for yourself. but you're not by yourself. By no means.
Hey, that's some solid gold stuff right there. And I believe the reason that we can all who are involved in this movement that's been happening around the globe over the past couple of years can say with confidence that if you knew the details of our financial plan, you would do just like we do, go all around the world by land, by sea, and by internet and tell the entire world about this financial game plan, because it is allowing us to move away from not being certain about a financial future or having someone else dictate to us what that financial future will be. We are building our own economy. And I'm here to tell you, folks, as you've been listening to Reggie, I've just been blown away by the thought of having come from a place where I was told that the 40 is the way to retire on that 40% that you couldn't live on all of in the first place, to have a vision now. Because you know what the Word of God says, without a vision, people will perish. I'm not here to preach to you, but that's in the book.
That's in the book. That's right. That's right. That's right.
In the book. So you might want to examine the audience or the center of influence around you and ask yourself that all-important question that Regi King just answered. What are these people doing to me, and is that okay? Only you can answer that question. If the answer to that question is that it's not okay, then I would recommend you partner up with the likes of Regi King and myself and our entire family and redirect your future course. Reggie, since you've been online over the past few months even, I believe you've come up with some things that you've learned on the internet that can help the average person who comes in and is now struggling. Am I correct with that?
That is true. In fact, I even have a copy of my book with me. I'll just show that online for you. But I also have written a book that you can get through Amazon.com, through Smashmouth.com, or through my website, SoYouWantToWorkFromHome.com. What it is primarily how to generate traffic using Facebook. Now,
hold up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Put it right there. That's it. Okay.
Okay. That may be I'm doing a blatant advertisement. Yes, I am. Because I'm very proud of the tools that I'm using to work my business. We have a social media, Facebook, which is the only game in town. So why not learn how to use it to your advantage? You can pick up this book, as I said, at Amazon.com, Smashmouth.com, or SoYouWantToWorkFromHome.com. 99 cents is for the copy. And enjoy comfort in understanding that this is just not talk. This is actual action plans being put to use by myself and others. So I don't know what else I can tell you. You're stepping out on faith, yes. But also you have to have the understanding that faith without actions, I'm not a Bible dude, but faith without actions is zero, nothing. I know I didn't say it right biblically, but you understand the gist of what I'm doing.
Paraphrase is good.
Oh, faith without works
It's dead.
Is dead. Thank you. Thank you. I knew I'd get it somewhere from this Baptist background I have.
That's it. All right. Hey, listen, folks. You've been listening to Mr. Regi King for the past few moments, sharing valuable information with you, where he's come from over the past few years, and that he now has a game plan that he has implemented that is helping him take his financial platform to the next level. So my suggestion would be, those of you brothers and sisters, friends of mine, people of our age or younger or even older, 56 up, 60 plus, you can do this. Evidence is all around you that people are doing it each and every day. So why not partner with us today? And I'm going to say click the link below if you're watching this Hangout on my behalf or on Regi King's behalf. Click the link below you and get started today. Regi King, it was a pleasure hanging out with you. If you have any closing thoughts for the audience, please share.
You can get a hold of me at regiking.com. You can also find my website of globalmobilelifestyle.com. You can also find me at soyouwanttoworkfromhome.com. Like me, friend me on Facebook at Regi King, soyouwanttoworkfromhome.com. You can also Twitter me at the one Regi, R-E-G-I. That would be my Twitter. And I look forward to being able to share more ideas. Click the button below. Let's get going. Kevin has gray. I have gray. I have a little shiner back here in the back. So understanding that we baby boomers, that golden watch is not happening anymore. The X generation, which would be my children, you all need to take a look at the fashion that we are saying that is real and can take place. Mothers with children who are in school, what are you doing while you're at home? You can do these things as well. I look forward to helping you. Even the fathers who have taken on the responsibility of raising their kids, more than willing to help you. So all I'm suggesting is take action. Take action that will benefit your financial well-being to whatever means that you have in mind. But you have now a tool, you have a group of individuals that are willing to be with you. So you won't be in business by yourself, but you won't be carried along. You will actually be working along with us. Empower Network has created some powerful tools. And we together as a group have put these tools into meaningful, dedicated action. So you do the same. Take action.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the incredible Mr. Regi King. Visit empowernetwork.com/income.php for our income disclaimer. We ain't promising you're going to make jack. Visit the empowernetwork.com/income.php. Come in and partner with us with the right mindset, okay? You can do this. Do not accept the mediocrity someone else has dumped in your lap. That's it for us. You be blessed, my friends, and have an amazingly successful day.